Love after betrayal. What hurts the most? Amara had always believed in forever. With Chike, she had mapped out a future in vibrant colors. They had plans, marriage, a home, children, who would inherit her smile and his eyes. Everyone said they were perfect together. Amara believed it too, until that Tuesday night. She had gone to surprise him at his apartment, carrying his favorite jollof rice and a bottle of red wine. But the surprise had been hers. She found another woman's scarf on the couch and perfume that wasn't hers lingering in the air. She didn't need to ask questions. The truth was everywhere, on the lipstick-stained glass, the rumpled sheets, the guilt on Chike's face. When he walked in, he didn't deny it. He said, "I didn't mean for you to find out like this." Like this. Her heart collapsed in silence. She walked away with trembling legs, and a soul that no longer felt safe inside her body. That night, Amara lay in bed alone, staring at the ceiling, asking herself the same question over and over. How do you stop loving someone who betrayed you so deeply? The shell of a woman. In the months that followed, Amara became a ghost in her own life. She showed up at work, did her job with robotic precision, smiled at friends just enough to keep them from worrying, and avoided anything that reminded her of what she'd lost. Love songs made her nauseous. Romantic movies were a cruel joke. Her heart had been stolen, stepped on, and returned without an apology. She deleted Chike's number, blocked him everywhere, but no filter could block the memories. His laugh, his hands, his promises. Worse than the betrayal was the voice in her head whispering, "How could you not see it coming? Were you not enough?" Amara didn't trust men anymore, but more painfully, she didn't trust herself. So when Tobi walked into her life, he walked into a fortress. They met at her cousin's engagement party. He was tall, soft-spoken, with kind eyes and a quiet confidence. He complimented her dress. She gave a polite smile. He asked if he could sit. She nodded but looked away. She told herself it was nothing, just conversation. But the way he listened, the way he didn't stare at her, like she was prey, unnerved her. When he asked for her number, she hesitated. "Just to be friends," he said, raising both hands in surrender. Something about his voice, warm, low, patient, made her take a risk, just a small one. She gave him the number. Again, friendship with Tobi was easy, too easy. He never rushed her, never pushed. They'd talk for hours about everything and nothing. Music, books, childhood memories. He made her laugh, made her think, and most importantly, made her feel like herself again. But as the months passed, friendship blurred into something deeper. She saw it in the way he looked at her, not with hunger, but with admiration. She heard it in his voice when he said her name. She felt it in her stomach when his messages made her smile at 2 a.m. Still, fear held her back. Her for a walk. The city was quiet, the moon casting silver light on the sidewalk. He stopped and turned to her. "I know you've been hurt, Amara," he said gently, "and I'm not asking you to forget that. I'm asking for a chance. Just a chance to show you something different." She looked away, tears burning behind her eyes. "I don't know if I can trust again," she whispered. "I know, but I'll wait. Just promise me you'll try." Trying meant peeling open scars she barely managed to cover, but it also meant the possibility of something new, something beautiful. Amara nodded slowly. "I'll try." When love meets fear, trying wasn't easy. Amara had good days, days where she let herself enjoy Tobi's presence, his kindness, his thoughtful surprises. He brought her flowers just because, wrote her notes, showed up without needing to be asked. But then there were bad days, days where she woke up with panic in her chest, questioning everything. Days she pushed him away before he could get too close. Days she felt like she didn't deserve this kind of love. One afternoon, after she ignored his calls for 2 days straight, Tobi showed up at her door. "I'm not mad," he said, "but I need to understand." She broke down. "I'm scared," she said through tears. "Scared that you'll hurt me, that I'll love you and end up back where I started." He took her hand. "I steady. I won't lie and say I'll never make mistakes, but I will never betray your trust. And the only way we stand a chance is if we keep talking, even when it's hard." At that moment, Amara understood. Love doesn't erase fear. It just walks through it, hand in hand. Love, chosen again. It took time, months of slow healing, honest conversations, and gentle grace. Amara stopped waiting for the other shoe to drop. Instead, she began appreciating the steps Tobi took, consistent, intentional, loving. She let herself be vulnerable, not all at once, but piece by piece. One night, as they sat on her balcony under the stars, she leaned on his shoulder and said softly, "I love you." He looked at her, surprised, not because he didn't feel the same, but because she'd finally let the words come out. "I love you too," he whispered. But now, she had someone who met her in those moments with patience, not pressure. Amara had found love after betrayal, not because she forgot the pain, but because she faced it. She learned that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's bravery, and communication isn't optional, it's survival. In loving again, she reclaimed herself. And in choosing to trust again, she didn't just find Tobi, she found peace. Don't just watch, learn, grow, and protect your heart. Share this with a sister, a friend, or anyone who needs to hear it. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe for more African stories that teach, inspire, and entertain. Folktale Flame, where legends come alive, one story at a time.